issue a live address, I feel like I've come to know her well through her very significant online presence. Joy Ross, seated behind me, is someone who truly lives up to her name. In the face of every challenge that life has presented, she has found the strength to continually choose joy. Part of her journey and the source of constant fulfillment is using her story to change lives and to make lasting change. Joy was diagnosed with juvenile arthritis and uveitis at age 3. She grew up with extremely limited vision, and in 2008, uveitis claimed the remaining vision that she had. 10 years later, Joy has found a worldwide audience with which to share her story. Through her Facebook page called Through the Eyes of Joy, her YouTube channel called Joy Ross, and in feature stories in national magazines like Real Simple and a cover story on Arthritis Today and numerous other media outlets. Joy's story of overcoming obstacles, not letting others define their value, and choosing joy provides countless people with hope and encouragement. One of my favorite sayings that I heard Joy say over and over and over on her YouTube channel is that joy is an attitude and a choice. I find it fitting that on a day filled with celebrations of hope and joy, that we welcome our commencement speaker to the stage who lives up to her name. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Joy Ross.
Graduates for inviting me to be your commencement speaker. I received a phone call a few months ago with the request and the invite from these graduates. I was just like, you would like for me to be your commencement speaker on this special day? I'm just me. I found out that last year's commencement speaker was our governor. It's a little hard act to follow, you know? But it was so humbling and such an honor that you graduates would think so highly of me. So I thank you so much, Miss Orion, Monique, Clara, and Rebecca. You guys are so amazing. I know that today you are all filled with such joy and such excitement, looking ahead and thinking of all the things that is to come. Today is the beginning of a new chapter in your life. And in our story, our book of life, right, there are joyous moments, right, but we all know that there are also not such joyful moments we will go through. We will face many ups and many downs, many challenges, many obstacles, many you have already experienced throughout your life. Today, I want to share with you some of the most difficult moments that I have gone through, and to give you some inspiration and some tools that I have found to get me through those difficult moments. Because you see, graduates, when you walk off this campus today, there's going to be so many things that you are going to have to learn how to face, and it is going to be scary. And I'm sure today, even amongst all the joy, you're feeling a little fear, right? A little nervousness, a little worries, and a little 2007, like I said, my joy, my faith began to be put to the test. All those things that I grew up learning, believing, even when you don't understand. I never had to walk out until this moment in 2007. Let me take you back. In December of 2007, I was married. I have my two beautiful girls. At the time, they were 2 and 5 years old, Isabel and Georgiana. We were in Disneyland. The little bit of eyesight I had in one eye, in my left eye, it was enough to see at Christmas time. I could see the lights of Disney. I could see my girls light up when they saw their favorite princesses. But as we were walking through the park this one day, I started to notice my eyesight in my left eye started to change. And a dark curtain came across my field of vision. And I became scared and afraid. Fast forward, after that Disney trip, my retina detached. And I saw my world, as I've known it my whole life, disappear. I was devastated. I thought my dreams for my future had died in that moment. How am I going to be the mom that I once was with no eyesight at all? How am I going to take care of my babies? I still say, God, I trust you. I still trust you. Fast forward a few months later, my girls, Isabella and Georgiana, were diagnosed with the same disease that had just claimed my remaining eyesight. It's one thing for me to go through a difficult time, but it's another thing when you see your children facing the same thing that you've been facing all your life. My husband and I, my girls, we, instead of just falling apart, even though we were afraid, we still continue to believe that somehow God has a perfect plan in all of this. As I was trying to navigate my world now completely blind and figuring out how I was going to be the mom and navigate and just be independent, I went and received my first guide job, which changed my life. And I thought that life was going to be okay. I was figuring things out. Who would have known that my life would have gotten much, much worse? Just next year, I suffered such nerve damage in my eye from that retina detachment or reattachment surgery. It was so chronic pain. The doctors placed me on narcotics, and as you know with narcotics, you just have to keep upping and upping and upping the drugs. They weren't working. I ended up being placed on 480 milligrams of Oxycontin a day. I was on methadone. I wasn't really able to get out of bed and take care of my children who were also sick. On top of that, I have had severe joint pain. Fast forward a little bit further. I suffered horrific staph infections because of my autoimmune disease. My girls and I, we were on chemotherapy injections. We were on biological drugs for our arthritis and uveitis. My husband became the middle nurse of our family, taking care of us girls. And I suffered all these infections. I was hospitalized 8 times. I had pain lines in my arm. I could not leave my home. I was so sick. I lived in my room. I couldn't take care of my children. Do you know what? I missed out on seeing my baby in kindergarten. I never saw my baby in kindergarten. Never got to take her on the bus because I was so sick. The pain of what I was going through physically with all this stuff did not even compare to the blindness didn't compare to the pain I was going through. I was losing my life. I was losing me. My girls were losing their mom. My husband was losing their wives. Why? Talk about fear. Talk about devastation. Talk about loss. I'm not here to discourage you today, but I want to paint this picture of walking through the most fearful, darkest moments beyond blindness. choice to find those blessings. I was given the mind leads, the man will follow. I'm going to start setting my thoughts on where I'm going and envisioning in my mind and my heart where I want to go in my future. And I'm not going to let my circumstance dictate where I'm going. And after I started making that choice and I started declaring it, and I'm a singer, I started singing. Okay, I just started crying and singing and crying and singing and thanking God for what is to come, even though it didn't look possible, right? And you know what? Just within a few short months, I started to heal. I started to get my life back. I got off all my drugs. And I said, God, I'm so excited. I am now going to live my life. I see why I have gone through these dark moments of my life. It has not been to destroy me. It's been there to empower me to see beyond what eyes can see. And I have a greater purpose now for my life. From that moment forward at the end of 2012, I have been living each and every day with joy. No, not every day since then has been great. I've been going through a really rough year this year. It is still a daily choice to choose joy and to see the blessings in the midst of the darkness. But I tell you, I have reaped so many amazing rewards. Touching lives, making a difference, loving others. What I'm doing here today, I wouldn't be standing here if I hadn't had to go through all that I've went through. Continue to believe, continue to fight my fear with faith. So graduates, I am here to encourage you. No matter what comes your way when you walk out these doors off this campus today, come rain or shine, you can accomplish anything. You set your heart, the eyes of your heart on fire. Don't ever lose sight of where you're going. Don't ever let anyone tell you what you are capable of achieving. If I had listened to people along my journey telling me what I was capable of achieving in my future, I wouldn't know what I would be doing.